Shalom. All praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakwadash, double honors to the elders and the apostles of the great millstone, and salutations to all you sincere Hakim. And this is your brother Abawan back again with another video through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Hashem Yahushai, Hashem Rakakwadash. All praises and glory is due. This is the book of Lamentations 4, verse 17. As for us, our eyes as yet failed for our vain help. In our watching, we have watched for a nation that could not save us. And once again, all praises, glory, and honor to the Most High, Yahweh Hashem Yahushai Hashem Rakakwadash, who is the only deliverer of the nation of Israel. Now, if only two-thirds of our people could understand that, because even to this day, the election being what, a week ago now, some days have passed from the results or the announcing of the results of the United States general elections until now, and they are still seeing online Jake, right, mainly the nigger woman, of course, crashing out over the results of the election, still screaming and crying about how Trump could have gotten in office. How could you let that kind of man in office? Oh, we got to go and do this, we got to go and do that. My rights, my lefts, my up and down, right? And basically, of course, I should have done this video a while ago, but basically, this makes you realize is just how messed up, right? Just how messed up things are in Babylon the Great, because these are demons, man. Nothing anybody can tell me, all these women that are going out here on TikTok mainly, right, on social media, talking about all the things that are going to happen now that Trump is in office. How they feel about the situation, crashing out, screaming, cussing out men, cussing out, all the people that have voted for Trump and saying everything that they are saying. These have to be demons, because the way that you see these people, right, these women especially, going insane over the result of this election, right? It makes you understand that you still have so many of our people that still believe that somehow, in some way, shape, or form, that their deliverance can come from Babylon the Great, specifically from putting in or electing a president or a leader in Babylon the Great. So you still have a lot of our people that are still in that Babylonian mindset, that still think that this kingdom somehow was built for them, right? And this kingdom could benefit them in some way, which of course is not going to. And then on the other side, you have the jigs for Trump, right? Whether it's so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, even the scattered Israelites that are scattered around the four corners of the earth. And you have a lot of two-thirds jigs, right? That look like Edomites, that think that they will have that covering because they look like Esau, which of course that won't help you at the end of the day, right? Because the spirit itself beareth witness with our spirit, right? So if you are a Jake, even if you look like an Edomite, eventually you're going to stick out like a sore thumb among these heathen men. And when these devils realize what you truly are, that heat is going to take over. Don't be surprised, man. You don't think that just because you look like an Edomite that you'll be able to skate through and get away, man. Esau be putting jakes that look like Esau to death all the time. Okay. But anyway, back to the focus of this video, which is basically just the demons in Babylon the Great. And I've been saying this for a long time, man, that there is a heavy spirit, right? A heavy demon that is in Babylon the Great, that is messing with the minds of these Babylonians and causing them to act a fool and conduct themselves the way they do online, right? Because you have the bulk of all the women that are, crying and crashing out over Trump winning. Basically, their whole thing is, oh, my reproductive rights, oh, my reproductive rights. And it's like, so that's what we're calling abortion now, reproductive rights. He always has a fancy way to sanitize all the atrocities and the evils that he does. So now abortion becomes well, I shouldn't use the word like that because YouTube is insane right now. But basically that's the AB, right? The AB Orson, the AB Orton, it now becomes reproductive rights that, oh, oh, these are my reproductive rights, and Trump is going to take that away. Oh, Trump is going to put us back into slavery. Oh, and basically all these other things that Jake is doing out here that is messing them up, making them act a fool. And it shows you, man, how little understanding that you two thirds have concerning things that are going on right now. Because if you actually had any understanding, you would know that there is no deliverance that you can get in Babylon the Great, right? Whether it was Kamala in office or Trump, it would all still be the same situation for you. But you see, our people, as it is written, they trust in the shadow of Egypt, right? Now, I've forgotten what it was. Right, the Ma'at, right? Basically, the justice system. There's this lady, is it Lady Liberty? I don't even know. But basically, the let me go and see if you can find that. I'll just type in the scales of justice and see if I can find this, because that shit actually goes back to Egypt, and I just realized that a little while ago. Yeah, this scales of justice, but specifically the one that you see in the court of law, this one exactly, right? This image of the woman that is blind holding a sword and a scale, which is basically just another gossip of something like, oh, they say that justice is blind or something like that. And this actually goes back to Egypt, and what it goes back to is, I think, the name of the one of these Egyptian goddesses, and her name is Ma'at. Yeah, it is goddess. And this is what it goes back to, right? And basically, this Ma'at is considered the Egyptian goddess of justice, right? So she is the same thing, Oh, it's a woman holding a scale. Let me see if we can find that. Just a quick yeah, it is. So Ma'at was the Egyptian goddess of justice, order, and harmony, right? So that's why America, Babylon the Great, basically just more evidence to show that America is spiritual Egypt, and of course spiritual Sodom, because of the wickedness that goes on in it every day. Like, say for example, your AB situation, right? Planned Parenthood. Let's just call it your Planned Parenthood situation, where basically it's been rebranded as reproductive health, a woman's rights, and so on and so forth. And that shows you just how, like I said, demonic, man. But anyway, let's get this preset in the book of Isaiah 30, verse 1. Woe to the rebellious children, saith Yahweh, that take counsel, but not of me, that cover with a covering, but not of my spirit, that they may add sin to sin. Right, and it's these two thirds out here, man. And the focus right now is really on the nigger woman, because that's who you see crashing out the most over this Kamala Harris loss. But you also have, well, let's keep our focus on the nigger woman, because this is ridiculous, man. And the main reason I'm even doing this video is because of all these women that you see talking about how, oh, they've lost their reproductive rights. How could you allow Trump to be in office? Why is it that this country hates women so much? And all of that. And then it's you, Jake Quinn, I still think that there is something for you in this kingdom, that somehow, this kingdom was going to grant you your salvation. Because you see, the thing about the nigger woman, man, especially what they in Babylon the Great, is that they actually think that through feminism, right, and through the women's empowerment, that they would link up with the Edomite woman and basically, right, rise above. Okay, because because Eve, even the scriptures tells you that, man, Eve is against the man right now, and basically she's trying to get up there, find the prosperity without returning to the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahshai, without being subservient and submissive towards her man, right? Trying to do it by herself. That's how you have all these strong, independent woman bullshit. That's how you have all these feminism, we don't need no man bullshit, oh, the so-called Negro man, right, isn't shit bullshit. That's why you have all of this, because these women, man, they think that they would have been able to get up in this kingdom, right? They would have been able to rise up in rank, rise up in this kingdom and sit as as equals, I know as equals with Esau, and it shows you just how delusional our women are. So let's continue reading. Isaiah 30 verse 2, that's walk to go down into Egypt, and have not asked at my mouth to strengthen themselves in the strength of Pharaoh and to trust in the shadow of Egypt. Right? You still trust in this system. You still think that somehow, some way that you can find some prosperity or some salvation or some deliverance or something in this kingdom. You are still looking towards men, looking towards the government, looking towards that Babylon the Great, which isn't even your country, right? Because hey, you Jake Stein, Babylon the Great, just tell it like it is. You're not even real Americans. You're just there, okay? Esau doesn't think when Esau is talking about Americans, right? When Trump is talking about Americans and Democrats are talking about Americans, they're not talking about you, you know. They are talking about these Edomites, and even at that, they are still victimizing those Edomites that they consider Americans because at the end of the day, even Esau isn't interested in all Edomites, right? Esau is only trying to enrich himself, right? The elites of Esau, Edom, those are the only people that are actually that Esau, that these devils, right? The elites are only looking after themselves directly and nobody else. But you still think that in some way that you're able to get up in this kingdom and find some form of prosperity. And it just shows you that a lot of our people are going to be destroyed. A lot of our people are still going to walk around with this ignorance and stubbornness up until the end. So yeah, Isaiah 30 verse 3, therefore shall the strength of Pharaoh be your shame, and the trust in the shadow of Egypt your confusion. And that is what is going to end. That's how, you know, these two thirds are going to end up, man, with shame and confusion, right? Because, you're thinking to yourself, it's very obvious that Lord Yahweh is coming back now, man. Nobody can even deny it anymore. It's going to happen soon. Things are shaking up the exact way the scriptures predicted. But what you don't realize, and brothers already realized this, man. But what you don't realize is that eventually that when Allah Yahweh comes back, man, Jake is still going to be surprised. You still have people on the earth that will be surprised, like, what is this? Like, what's going on? How is that so-called, right? So-called, of course, so-called, okay, because we're not Negroes, we're not black, we're not Latinos, we're not Hispanic, we're not Native Americans, we're not Native Indians, Seminole Indians, or whatever. We are the Israelites, the children of Israel, okay? 12 tribes of the nation of Israel. Like I'm saying, they'll be so surprised. Like, what is that so called Negro doing on that UFO? All right, people will still be confused about these things because even the scriptures talks about it when Allah Yahweh returns, it's that all eyes that's, that basically, you come as a thief in the night, right? So there will still be people out there that will be stunned and surprised to actually see him be there. Like they did not expect him to come. And of course, you will have people that will be surprised because, everything that those Hebrew Israelites were saying, right? Because we're not black Hebrew Israelites, but everything that those Hebrew Israelites are saying actually turned out to be true. And that's what will be shocking to them, right? But now you're still, because now it shows you the level of, level of understanding that you have, how low, right? Your understanding is when you're still crashing out over things that happen in Babylon the Great. You see the situation that goes on right now, no matter who gets put in office, that was Trump or Harris. Me personally, man, I won't lie. I was hoping that Kamala Harris got put in office. Of course, that was delusional as hell in hindsight. But I was hoping that would happen because I was thinking that, oh yeah, that would definitely speed things forward. But hey, even Trump being in office will also speed things forward. But I was thinking that Kamala being in office would be far more entertaining because you'll be seeing all these Edomites crashing out and going crazy. This isn't the country I know. I don't recognize this country anymore. This isn't a fair country. Oh, she was rigging the votes. It's Russians, the Russians, right? That kind of thing. But hey, at the end of the day, even right now, Trump is already pushing forward the MOTB, pushing forward the MOTB, right? Because you see the way Bitcoin rose, as Bitcoin and cryptocurrency rose as soon as he came into office, right? he put Elon Musk, in a cabinet. I've forgotten what cabinet that he put him in, which is basically, Elon Musk is working on both the cryptocurrency, which is of course going to be the new way in which you pay, coupled with that C-HIP, right? And also is working on the Neuralink technology, right? So both the MOTB for the forehead and for the hand, right? And then of course he's also pushing forward World War III, because once again, warmongering, somehow supporting cabinet members, right? So hey, it's already going and trending forward in a great way, man. As soon as a president comes in office, the only thing we can say is call Hoya Bashim Yoshai, because it doesn't matter who gets put in the office. Ultimately, we still win, right? It's still up for us, because we are still going up, because any member of the government, they're all pushing towards the same thing. They're all moving towards the same goal, which is fulfilling prophecy and moving the prophecies of the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai forward, whether they know it, whether they understand that or not, right? That's the beauty of serving the Most High Yahweh Hashem Yahushai, man. First and foremost, there is no first and foremost, there is no enchantment, right? As it is written, there is no enchantment against the children of Israel. So we're not deceived by this political theater, because it's witchcraft, and they are seeing the results of that witchcraft by the way that the people are conducting themselves and acting based on the results of this election. So you can see that it's clearly witchcraft, right? Because you see that it's affecting these people, and the demons are just jumping out of them and going crazy in them, because why else would all the crash outs they are seeing on social media happen? And I've put some clips up, but I don't want to take away from what I'm trying to say here. And I've been doing a lot of videos where I've been responding to clips, and I'm getting tired of doing those videos. But yeah, basically it's still good for us. It's still good for us, no matter what kind of situation comes up on the earth, because you know that it will ultimately lead to the fulfillment of Bible prophecy, right? And and you two thirds, man, the most high how about Sham Yahshua is going to destroy you. You're done, you're done. You see the way they are messing up all over social media, man, ridiculous. And you have jigs that are still that are happy that, oh, Trump got in office. Oh, we're going to get America back. We're going to get our country back, make America great again. The delusion is on every side, because you actually think that Donald Trump is actually going to do anything more than further push Babylon the Great into its destruction, and it's already beginning. So yeah, let me just end the video right there. So with that, once again, all praises, honor, and glory unto the Most High Yahweh Basham Yahushai Basham Rakakwadash. Wow, about Babal. Shalom. And through the spirit of Yakim and Yahuwah are edified. Shalom.